Morning guys, I'm in New York. I'm heading out tonight, but before I do, I've got a few things to sort out and collect from B&H. If you didn't see yesterday's vlog, we were doing some training with B&H cameras on, just some different cameras and filming styles and techniques and stuff. If any of you are interested in camera stuff, you might have enjoyed those. If you aren't, then you might not have. But I need to go and collect a few things. One of the big things I'm getting today, which is quite a big deal, is I'm actually going back to using MacBook Pro. If you saw my vlog from about a month ago or 6 weeks ago, I traded in my MacBook for a Dell XPS 15 because I'd heard it was a lot more powerful and better specs. And I bit the bullet and was like, yeah, I'm going back to PC. But I really regret my choice, and I'll explain why later. But yeah, it's a tough call, but I'm going back to Mac, so I'm gonna go pick up a MacBook Pro, a few other little things I need for the trip, and then gotta just chill till this evening really. Haven't made many plans. What's up, bud? Good, how you doing? You again? Yeah. Right, I've picked up some ND filters for the Mavic. For those of you that don't know what ND filters are, I don't know the exact science behind it, but it means I won't get like crazy overexposure and lose the bright, in the bright scenes. I don't know if you've seen some of my vlogs when I've been like in really sunny conditions, the quality loss, you lose the quality and the whites are kind of blown out. I can just grab two of these. Maybe I'll do a black and a blue. Right, I've got some little portable drives. This is the kind of thing I need, like a big RAID system with like 8 to 10 massive hard drives, which could potentially go up to like 80 terabytes or something. Long term I need to get one of these. Okay, I've just picked up a little bag for my laptop just for running around to coffee shops in the day. And now I am going to buy a dongle to give me all the ports that Apple took away from the new MacBook Pro. Guys, before I open the laptop and get excited, I'm just checking out some of the other gear that B&H are loaning us for the world flight, including, as you saw the other day, I was talking about the 12 to 24 Sony lens. This is going to be incredible for the wide views in the cockpit and stuff. JP's got an A7R2. So at the moment, I think the cameras we're going to be bringing is two A7S2s and two A7R2s for some photography as well. Obviously, one of the things with the Kickstarter when we raised money for the world flight was prints and books of photos that we're going to be taking along the journey. So the A7S2 doesn't always cut it for resolution, so this should be pretty awesome. And then we've got an RX 100 Mark V for covert filming, and to be honest, quite a lot of filming we could do on this. So yeah, you can film 4K for I think a 5-minute period, and also ultra slow-mo. So it's going to be fun playing with that again. And also we've got a 2x converter for the 70 to 200 G Master lens that we have, which JP's taken with him. Oh yeah, I might have forgotten to mention JP left early this morning to drive back to Toronto. So I'm going to take some of this stuff with me, and then this is our big bag for equipment on the plane, and maybe this will ship to California so we can pick it up when we get there. Here we go. No ports. Luckily I've got, where is it? I've got a few accessories, including this guy. This gives you 3 standard USBs, HDMI, Ethernet, USB-C, micro SD and SD card. And that'll just slot in there. So this resolves a lot of the problems and criticisms I had when this first came out. It feels like a lot slimmer than the old ones I had. Oh, at least they've got a headphone jack. Nice. Yeah, much bigger trackpad, isn't it? Oh, it's going to be nice being back on a Mac. I've missed it. Okay, so I've got this little bag that I just bought, just like a cheap little laptop bag for running around. That fits nicely in there. Sweet. That's it. There's nothing else in there, is there?
I don't think so. I think that's it. Minimal.
Cool. Right. Got my bag, heading off. So just for fun, I've thrown the 12 to 24 on my camera just to vlog whilst I'm skating back to the hotel. Just a little look at the difference of real world test. I think it'll be cool for like pennyboarding around and stuff. Any scenes where I want to show a bit of the environment I'm in, obviously the wider the better. And this is the same aperture as my current 16 to 35. I've actually weirdly missed the pennyboard. It is a convenient way to get around. I don't really think of New York having hills, but there are roads with slight inclines and declines, so thankfully the whole way back to my hotel is downhill, so I'm just cruising. So I think this is going to be my little workstation for the next few hours. It's in the lobby of the hotel that I was staying in last night. It's pretty nice, pretty cool spot. Power, internet. So one of the things about being nomadic is I don't have an address to get things posted to. Occasionally I can get things posted to my parents if I'm in the UK, but right now I needed a few items, so I got them. I went on Amazon yesterday and got Amazon Prime delivery overnight to the hotel. And you're gonna laugh at one of the things I got delivered, so I'm just opening one of the boxes now. Check this out. Double XL motorbike helmet. This is for the jetboarding, the jet surfboarding that we're doing across the English Channel in a couple of weeks. And yeah, one of the big things I had a problem with was that I couldn't find a helmet that fitted. So I'm really hoping that triple XL fits me. Oh yeah! Guys, this is a perfect fit. I'll have to send Andy a photo of this. What do you think? Oh yeah, I love it. Right.
I like your hairstyle.
Thank you. I've just jumped in the Uber on the way to the airport.
I hit back, you know. I like that. And you know, like a knife fight too, same. When other people try to hit you, you know hit first. Hit, let him hit, but you make sure, you know, the back step, and then you hit, you know?
Yeah.
Like that. Then hit it, then come back. Hit it, come back.
Right, I've arrived at JFK. I just had like one of the most interesting Uber rides in my life. I just met this guy, the driver from Nepal, a Nepalese guy, who just was talking to me the whole time. We were just having the most incredible conversation about his life, and he grew up in this little village in Nepal. So I've added him on Facebook. Maybe we'll get to hang out sometime. He said if I'm ever planning to go to Nepal to let him know, so that'd be cool, wouldn't it? Right, I need to check in now. Final call. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how long that security was. So guys, I've been trying to find a space all day to tell you about the Dell and why I'm going back to the Mac. So I've jotted down a little list of things that irritate me or that are just straight up problems with either Windows or the Dell machine. Some of them I'm not sure what the problem is, and these are all the reasons why I'm going back to a Mac basically. Firstly, the Dell machine or Windows is crazy saturated. Like the screen, I can't edit photos on. I have to go into the color profile. I have to try and I spent probably 2 hours trying to customize the color profile to look like a Mac monitor or my iPhone or any, just to look normal. And then when I restarted the machine, it resets the color profile every time, which I think's bizarre. Okay, that's my number one pet peeve. Okay, so secondly, previewing files on a Mac is so easy. Just hit the space bar and you can just hit the down key or whatever. You can just go through a whole folder of whatever songs or videos, and you can play the songs halfway through and skip to the next one. Windows doesn't have a built-in function to do that. It doesn't have a quick preview function like that. I had to download some kind of plugin, and even then I have to, like, it often crashes, I have to reload it. And you can preview files in a similar way, but then you can't scroll down whilst listening halfway through a song. So it's just made my whole process a lot lengthier, even though maybe the render time was faster, maybe it had more power, more RAM, but the process was just adding so much time onto every day. I had software constantly crashing. On the Mac, that's very rare. Again, I don't know why it was crashing, but I was probably restarting my machine every couple of days. One of the things, going back to rendering videos, is when I'm in After Effects and I'm rendering the intros, I would render them in ProRes, and I didn't find out until, let me switch hands. I didn't find out until I got the PC that you can't render in ProRes from a PC, which again, I was struggling to find an alternative way of rendering with low enough file sizes but still good quality video, and I couldn't find an alternative. So I ended up, for those of you that care, having to export from After Effects to Adobe Media Encoder at H.264 MPEG. Anyway, the whole thing was just I was trying to find so many ways to deal with my problems, and I found solutions to most of them, but very convoluted and unnecessary. Another thing, this is definitely with a Dell machine, somehow from listening to a movie I managed to blow the internal speaker in the laptop. I don't know how. It was a loud scene, there was like explosions, but a laptop should never be built with the ability to blow the internal speakers. There should be some kind of ability to limit the audio going into those, like the volume or whatever the gain. I was just shocked that I managed to blow it. So it just makes farting noises now whenever I try and listen to audio. Another simple problem was just being able to drag files from Windows Explorer into the software I wanted. So whether it's a picture into Adobe Lightroom or video, you know, whatever it was, it was not as easy as on a Mac. You couldn't just drag it in to the taskbar and it would load up the software. You had to hold it and make sure it's in the right place to load. I don't know, just seems stupid to me. And then finally, I found that just playing the video files, whether in YouTube or, you know, with whatever video software like VLC, it was glitching. It would have little glitches throughout trying to play back the video. That's the last thing I'm going to mention. So those are the reasons why, although the new MacBook Pro might not be as powerful, the process and the fluid kind of user interface and the speed at which I can do things makes up for the fact that it doesn't have as much RAM and might not be as powerful. There you go, guys. I'm back on the Apple train. Anyway, as of tomorrow, there's no more geek talk, no more camera talk. I'm going to be landing in Paris, meeting up with Raya, getting a camper van, and we are road tripping down to my friend Mike Moore's wedding, where we're going to be having an amazing weekend with lots of familiar faces. And yeah, it's going to be epic, it's going to be awesome. Hopefully the weather's good as well. And I will catch you when we land in the morning. Peace out, enjoy life, and live the adventure. Boom.